Hello, friends, and welcome to my storage corner of my tiny apartment. I had started to make a vlog this weekend and it kind of went awry, and I realized maybe I should do a video just reintroducing myself and who I am. But yeah, thought I'd just do a quick video reintroducing myself so you get to know a little bit about me, why I'm making videos, and all of that. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Jamie Rose. I'm 32 years old and I live and work in New York City. I'm currently actually sitting at my desk because I work from home. I've worked from home for 5 years, and as of next week when I'm filming this video, I will have worked at the same company for 10 years. How crazy is that? I am originally from Long Island. Yes, I have a Strong Island shirt. Okay. I'm originally from Long Island, and I have been wanting to live and work in New York City since I was probably 12 years old, and I made it happen. Hold on, I need chapstick. Okay, that's better. I also just cleaned my apartment, so my apartment feels very nice. Anyway, I decided at the age of 12 I was going to go work in the fashion industry and go to FIT. I wanted to originally study fashion design, and then I realized that I couldn't sew and I hated sewing. So my mom said, "Why don't you try merchandising?" And then I was like, "What is that?" And then I looked into it and I was like, "Yes, this is it." So I did everything I could to get into FIT as a kid, and I did end up getting into the school. However, while I was going into high school, I discovered that I loved theater and performing. I had been performing in chorus from ages like 9 through high school, and that was mainly because chorus was required in elementary school and a little bit of middle school, but I really loved singing, and from a young age my parents could see that I had an ear for singing. I had the music gene. My parents are also very musical people, so it was kind of in my blood, as well as fashion. My grandfather actually had his own fur business, and his very first showroom was the same building, same address that would eventually be my first dorm. So fast forward, I go to FIT, I study fashion merchandising, and 7 months after graduation, after doing a bunch of internships, interviewing at 50 different companies, I finally get a job. And I've been at that company now for almost 10 years. I've had 5 different positions. I did work in merchandising, but I did not end up in buying. If you want me to do a whole video about my career path, I'm more than happy to, but just as a disclaimer, I am not going to say what company I work for. I'm just going to tell you I work for a retailer. That's it. But yeah, I can't believe it's been 10 years. I was also supposed to move to Los Angeles during 2020 because I got a promotion at work and I was going to relocate, and then COVID happened and I never moved. And I've been here. I've also been living in this apartment for almost 10 years, which is crazy. And there's a reason for that. I love this little box. But anyway, I started making videos actually in college because that is when YouTube was becoming big, and I love talking to people and whatnot. And I was very big into Tumblr and blogging. I also went to college with a lot of, quote, like Tumblr famous people, and I wanted to be just like them, but I didn't end up being like them. And a bunch of those people don't even have Tumblr anymore. Hell, I've been trying to get one of my Tumblr profiles deleted and I can't get it deleted, which is crazy. But a few years ago, I started making more videos, or trying to, but when you have a demanding 9-to-5 job, it's really hard. And then with COVID, like, there just wasn't anything happening here in New York City. But one thing I noticed was that there were a lot of these influencers starting to move to New York City who had a lot of money and just had really unrealistic lifestyles compared to mine. Now, there are other vloggers like myself, Chelsea Callahan, Alexis Aldridge, Tisha Shrista is probably the closest, where she still has her 9-to-5 and then vlogs. But I was like, I can't find anyone that I can relate to. I was finding other vloggers in other areas of the country. Like, I love Carrie Dayton. I've been watching Carrie Dayton for a really long time. But even like someone like Estee Lalonde, who I have been watching since she was doing videos on her living room floor, like, she became a little bit unrelatable because she had this beautiful apartment and then she got engaged. Well, now she's not engaged. And then she was buying a lot of designer clothing. Like, and Amelia Leon is another one. I think Amelia is hilarious, but I absolutely do not relate to her lifestyle at all. So I thought, well, what if I started to make some content myself? Anyway, why should you watch me? Because I'm funny and adorable. That's what I think. But I finally got this new camera. I've been trying to take this more seriously. I really need a creative outlet because the last few years have just been a lot for me. I think I also want to show that I am going to be 33 in a few months, and I just want to show a perspective of like, it's very common to be single in your 30s here in New York City. People do things a little bit later in life. I also recently discovered Jen White over the last like year or two. And if you don't follow her, you really should. She's single in her 40s, lives in Chicago. I actually found her on TikTok, but she also restarted her YouTube channel recently, and she's just awesome. And she gives amazing life advice too. And I just hope that I can be relatable to some people out there who maybe don't feel like they have a voice, or don't feel like they can use their voice. My mom always taught me to stick up for myself and use my voice and not always be nice sometimes. And it's also the theater kid in me. In fact, something I'm trying to figure out is I really want to take vocal lessons again. I really want to get back into doing theater, but it's kind of hard to do in New York City if you're not professional. Like, there's kind of only professional theater here. But if anyone has any leads, let me know. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me. And continue watching. Please subscribe. I have a TikTok. I have an Instagram. I'm trying to also post a little bit more on there. And yeah, that's why you should watch me. And that's why you should subscribe. And if there's any topics you want me to talk about, let me know. Do you want me to talk about my college experience, what it was like to go to FIT in the 2010s? What's it like to live in New York City for so long and how it's changed? How I got my job in fashion, how I even got into fashion. I'm happy to talk about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope this gave you a little bit of a blurb about myself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.